Hey guys, Brian Stecker here, down at Boomer Fitness. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I am. There's some great personal training sessions going on right now. Our boot camps were really good this morning. People were getting back on track after a holiday weekend. So I just wanted to hop on here and I wanted to help you, as I've gotten some questions about this morning already. And I know it's definitely going to be able to help you. If this is your first time hopping on a live, give this a like, give it a love, give it some shares. And the reason why you want to do those things is because inevitably every week somebody comes to me and they thank me for a video that I created and how it's helped them. So by giving it some likes, some love, some shares, you're going to get this content out there and you're going to help somebody that needs to hear that. So today's topic that we want to do is how to bounce back from a holiday weekend. If you have any questions too, or I will be happy to answer those for you in future videos. So tell me what your question is. Leave that down in the comment section and I'll answer those questions for you and I'll be able to help you with that. So I hope you guys all had a wonderful holiday weekend. And what ends up happening for most people over holiday weekend is they get off course. You've got some great fitness goals. You've got some great health goals and you're working toward them, right? And you've even made great progress on those. And what do we do when we get off track with our fitness goals over a holiday weekend? What we have to do is, first and foremost, is we can't beat ourselves up, right? The holidays were 3 days. I mean, maybe you started on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We can't beat ourselves up over this. And it was 3 days, and you've probably put together a good week of effort if you're just starting out, or maybe you've put together 3 months or 6 months of effort. You know, a couple days isn't going to ruin a week's worth of progress. A couple days isn't going to ruin 3 months of progress. A couple days isn't going to ruin 6 months of progress. So just realize that this is part of life and that there's going to be some setbacks from time to time. And the best way to get back on track isn't to beat yourself up, because if you continue to beat yourself up, it's not going to motivate you to do that. So the next thing, so that's number one. Don't beat yourself up. The second thing that I see people do is that they go on a crash diet. What you want to do is just get back to eating the healthy foods that you've been eating before. If you go on a crash diet, what's going to end up happening is you're going to end up, slowing down your metabolism. You're going to feel like you're depriving yourself, and you'll be more likely to bounce back in the opposite direction of going back to some of the old habits that you had of maybe overeating, skipping workouts. So just keep eating, get back to eating those nourishing foods that on the food list that I give you. And remember, there's no such thing as good foods or bad foods. It's just food. So we just want to get back to eating more of those nutrient-dense foods that are going to help you with recovery and that are going to help you with your energy. And thank you for the like there. I appreciate that like. Because you're going to get that message up there. The third thing you can do to get back on track is just get right back into your exercise routine. Get out there and get moving. So make it a goal to get moving again, like the people this morning in our boot camps and one-on-one personal training clients, and realize that all that extra food you took in over the weekend is just extra energy that you have now to put in your workouts, and it's going to translate over into your performance goals. So just get back out and get moving again. This one I take wholeheartedly. The next note, which is leftovers. I had a barbecue this weekend at my house, and when everyone left, I partook in, I ate extra food, and I did get I did get my exercise in over the weekend, but I did eat extra, and it wasn't the best food. I had some ice cream, I had some barbecued wings, and I even had an adult beverage or two, maybe three. When the people left the house, they were like, "Hey, do you want these?" You had to say, "No, you take them." So I sent them out of the house with the, I sent them out of the house. So get rid of your leftovers. Send them out of the house with the ice cream. I sent them out of the house with the barbecued wings, and the extra adult beverages, they went also. Next thing you can do is set a plan. Pull a calendar out and say, okay, this is my big goal, and I'm gonna get my 3 workouts in this week with my with your personalized workout routine, or you're going to do your boot camps, or you're going to do your one-on-one training sessions. Set 3 days aside that you're going to do that, and then set 3 days aside that you're going to do your conditioning work, either your high-intensity interval training, maybe you're training for a race. But set aside that time. So make a plan to do it. Write it down, put it in your calendar, and put that time in there like in its appointment with the dentist, the doctor. Nobody breaks it. That's your time. That's your magic time. That's where you make it happen. And when you make it that a priority like that, you're going to be getting those benefits of the workout again. The other thing is be patient, and that's where I tell everybody, part of being patient is having a really vivid goal that you're passionate about, achieving. So you want to write out your vision statement of what your perfect health and fitness looks like and what you're working toward every day. It's like a pro sports team. They're all working, toward a Super Bowl. Or maybe you're a parent and you're looking at your kids, or maybe you're a grandparent and you're looking at your grandchildren. You have a vision of what kind of grandparent you want to be and how you're going to positively influence those people in your life. So you got to go back to that vision and then just take it one day at a time, one workout at a time, one meal at a time, and be patient, and you're going to get those rewards along the way. And then the last thing is, you've probably eating all those foods, you've got extra sodium and toxins that built up. So just start drinking your water. Make sure you increase your water intake. Increase your water. So those are just 7 really quick habits that I shared with the group today in the Boomer Fitness family here at the gym, and I wanted you to have them from all over the country, so that way you can improve yourself after the holiday weekend. The next point I want to really hit on is, how do you have anything in your life and like tomorrow's reality is everything that you do yesterday, right? So what that means is habits are everything. Habits are everything. So how do you set an effective habit? Or a lot of times when I meet with people, I say, hey, what's your goal? What do you want to achieve? What do you want to do? And they say to me, well, I want to, lose body fat. I want to tone up. I want to fix my diet. I want to run. I want to be able to jog consistently for 30 minutes. And that's good. It's good to have all of those different habits, but you got to have a single area of focus. So what I would say is pick one habit. It's really tempting to pick those 5 to 10 things that you really want to do, because you're an ambitious person, you're an achiever if you're listening to this, because you want to make your life better and you're living your best life right now. Is number 1 is just pick one. Pick the one that's really the most important to you to achieve. So if you want to drop body fat, your number 1 habit that month is going to be focused on making sure your nutrition's in check. And if you want to be ambitious outside of that, just stay consistent with your exercise. Look at those 2. Which 2 of those habits do you need to clean up the most? Most time it's nutrition for people, because they usually try to outwork a bad diet. So number 1, pick that one habit. Maybe for you it's cleaning up your nutrition this month, getting the processed foods out, and eating more of those nutrient dense foods and staying within your target. So pick that one habit. Next thing, after you pick the habit, write it down. Write it down, because there's this thing is, once you set a goal and you write it down, you have what's called your reticular activating system, your RAS. Basically what that is have you ever bought a car, and when you bought that car, you saw that car everywhere and you didn't notice before? If you buy a shirt and then all of a sudden you see all these other people wearing the same shirt, whereas before it wasn't even in your awareness. So write it down, because once you write that habit down, your reticular activating system is going to be like a heat-seeking missile. It's going to be trying to get into focus everything that is going to support you with that one habit and that goal. So the next part of that is remembering why that is important to you. Why is it important for you to eat well? Maybe because your jeans weren't fitting. Maybe it's because you didn't sleep well at night. Maybe because you had indigestion. So write down why it's important for you to achieve that goal. And then the next part of when you're trying to figure out why it's important is then to write down any obstacles that may prevent you from achieving these goals. So one obstacle for you may be You go into the break room, and I see this one because we have a private Facebook group where people post pictures when they go in the break room, and there's cookies and candies there, and people have to resist. So maybe people, what they do instead is when they walk in the break room and there's all those cookies and treats in there, they look at what their one habit was, and then they, brought with them healthy alternative snacks that they can have. Maybe they pack a Quest bar, nutrition bar that has a good amount of protein and good fiber. They pack a Quest bar. Maybe they have some almonds with an apple, or maybe they have some hard-boiled eggs with them, or maybe they have a protein shake. They bring something that's a better, healthy alternative. So you got to write down 3 obstacles that you probably face or foresee happening. Maybe you have a trip coming up. There's one. Maybe you have, you're going to, you have friends that invite you to go out on a, Thursday afternoon. Maybe that's a consistent thing, and you don't want to be like, you don't want to get rid of your friends. Maybe some of you should. I'm not supporting you, but you want to figure out, okay, look at the menu ahead of time. What's on the menu? What is a good, healthy alternative in there? Third thing, make a public commitment. Tell your 3 most important people that, hey, I made this commitment. A commitment that I made a while back is some of my clients said, hey, you've always been fit, you've always been healthy, it's easy for you, but I knew I could have did better, so I entered a fitness competition where I got in the best shape of my life, and I knew it was going to be hard, so I made a YouTube video on it. I gave it to all my clients, and then for over the next 15 weeks, they were all asking me about it, make sure I followed through. And when I thought about quitting at like week 8, because it was intense training and took a lot of focus, or when I wanted to cheat on my diet or skip a cardio session, I thought about that public commitment, and it actually brought the best out of me. So make a public commitment to people that care about you, that you care about their opinion, because what that'll do is when the going gets tough, your word will mean everything. When you make those commitments to yourself and you follow through, you're going to be your best self. And then the last thing is keep track of your progress. It's so easy to get caught up in do, and like not feel like you're achieving. But if you look at something in your life that was once difficult that you now have in your life, here's something you can look back on. And so say like you had a big goal, maybe for you it was to make sure your kids graduated with great grades, and you're like, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but you worked on that goal over a period of time, and all of a sudden now you look at your kids, they're growing up, they've got families, and they're doing really well for themselves. Maybe another goal was like when you first started out in your career, maybe you wanted to have a house and you didn't think it was possible. Now you have that house, but now you're living that life, and it's so easy to forget what you had to do to get that, and now it's just part of your reality. So part of keeping a track of your progress is to show how much you're growing, because sometimes you're not going to feel like you've made progress. So get yourself a journal, and at the end of the day, recap your wins for the day, and then at the end of the week, look back at your whole week and recap your wins for the week. And at the end of the month, when you look back, you're gonna have all these wins, all these victories, and then you can compare where you are to now. And then also you can put their jeans. For some people, they put their jeans on, and now their jeans are fitting great. Maybe for other people, what's something else that pictures are a big thing. People sometimes don't want to be in pictures. Now all of a sudden at the end of the month they take a picture and they look at them side by side and oh my gosh, my face is smaller, I don't have a double chin, I can visually see a difference. Those things will all motivate you to let you connect to that bigger vision to see that you're getting closer to those goals. So I just wanted to do this video for you guys to help you bounce back from the holiday weekend. I want to thank everybody who jumped aboard on here. So just remember, easy way to bounce back from a holiday weekend is one, don't beat yourself up. Keep eating nutritious foods. Get back to moving. Get back to your routine. Get rid of those leftovers. Set a plan. Be really patient with yourself and keep that vision for yourself. And then get back to drinking plenty of water. Those are some quick 7 steps to get back to bounce back after a weekend. And what's really going to help you in the long term is realizing that habits are everything. And 4 things you really want to focus on that is decide on the habit that you're going to focus on this month. The one habit, write it down, what obstacles you'll face with it. Make a public commitment of how you're going to follow through, and then keep track of that progress. So down in the comment section, just let me know which was most helpful for you. Was it the 7 steps to bounce back from a holiday weekend, or what is the one habit that you're going to improve upon? For myself, mine's my nutrition. I use 2 companies that help me with my biggest obstacles. I'm spending a lot of time here at the gym helping people, so I don't have a lot of time to meal prep. I have time to make breakfast in the morning and have dinner at night, so I hire a meal prep company, Trifecta Foods, and also Icon Meals. They're really great. I don't sponsor any of them. But what I do is use them because they have high quality ingredients. They prep the meals for you. All I have to do is grab 1 or 2 of those in the morning, and those are my meals so I can stay focused at work. And they're really budget friendly with that. So that's one habit that I'm going to really embrace this next month is stick to having my nutritious meals. And the process that I have for that is I have a meal prep company just deliver those meals for me. So thank you so much for hopping aboard. Let me know which habits are helping you the most. Let me know how you're going to bounce back from the holiday weekend. And like always, give us some likes, some loves, some shares, and stay tuned for future videos because that's what I did the last 8 months. I took time away from the channel because I create a lot of great content. And now what we're doing is we're creating series around the top videos that you guys have watched and commented on. So you'll have a complete series of how to maximize in those areas of those top performing videos so we can transform your life. So you guys have a phenomenal day. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next time.